Howard Stern Show.
After Gidget, I think this is fascinating. You get the Flying Nun.
Yeah.
And you despised it. You said, I don't want to act in the Flying Nun. I don't want to be an aerodynamically nun. I don't want to be an aerodynamic nun who picks up and flies all around there. But this guy again, Jock Mahoney, your stepfather, he says to you...
Oh, man, have you done your homework here?
He says to you, and I think I would have said the same thing. Wait a second. Bird in the hand. You got this network show. They want you, Flying Nun. You don't know if you'll ever work again, which is true. Take the acting job. Take the money and run. And he advised you to take it. I don't think he was wrong, but you do.
Well, in retrospect, I mean, I lived, and it was incredibly an invaluable time for me because I learned a whole lot. But I have learned that you listen to the part of yourself that says, move away, move away. I mean, it isn't any time it's about take the money and run, you're dead.
The Flying Nun, though, was a huge success. It really was. 3 seasons, people loved it, but you felt it turned you into a national punchline. Everything was... back then, I remember, every joke, Johnny Carson would do a joke, Flying Nun, Flying Nun, right? Yeah, and so...
the success was like a double-edged sword.
Right. And so you start to think, oh, shit, I'm never going to work again, right?
I mean, not just, oh, shit, I'm never going to... I mean, it was a reality. But also the thing is you have to remember, it was 1966, 67, 68, 69. I mean, think of what was happening to the country at the time.
Right.
And everything was turning upside down.
And music was all about revolution.
And about being, angry and drugs and sex and rock and roll. And I was doing Flying Nun.
Yeah, and here you are, the goody two-shoes again.
And I wanted to be part of my generation.
Right.
And everybody was in college and, really learning, about thought and how to change the world. And I was doing Flying Nun.
In your personal life, did you start to think people start to look at you like you're a joke and you're fluff and I can't take you seriously?
Yes, absolutely.
So like you'd go to a dinner party and stuff. You were married at that point, right? That was your first marriage?
I was not married till the end, the very end
Flying
of the
Nun.
show. Yeah.
So when you would go to a party in Hollywood and stuff and people would be talking about revolution, anti-war, blah, 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 in walks Sally Field and they're like, oh, there's the fucking Flying Nun.
Kind of,
She's a joke. And that killed you, I guess, right?
Yeah. I mean, I was already like very shy. It was like so I didn't go to a lot of parties anyway. But I didn't have the wherewithal at that time to rise up over it and go, you know what?
Do you think that's why you got married so young? Because you got married young, right? How old were you? Like 20 or something? Or
21.
21. Do you think you got married young because maybe as a result, I don't want to blame it on the Flying Nun, but in a way, you get insecure, you need an ally somewhere, right? I mean, you just want somebody to be on your side. You don't have a mother and father that are on your side, really. Jock's busy giving you, your stepfather giving you advice. So when you find a guy that's really into you and seems to be focused on you.
Well, he was my high school sweetheart. He'd been there a long, long time since I was 14.
Right.
But he was in and out of my life because we were trying to grow up because we knew each other so long. You sort of get stuck in, wait a minute, I knew you when you were what?
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was why. Probably it had something to do with I was so isolated from the world that he was someone I knew and obviously cared about very much. He was very a part of my life and always will be.
It was a really smart decision, though, after the Flying Nun, because you went through a real period of insecurity. You were like, I don't think I'm ever going to work again. Sybil comes along, the script, right? Someone shows it to you. That was a real acting part, wasn't it? Wasn't Sybil the fucking thing that explodes?
Yeah, but no, and it wasn't quite like that. I decided to not to stop doing television. When I was doing the Flying Nun, luckily, the great my friend Madeline Sherwood, who played the Mother Superior when I was really depressed, said, come with me, and took me to the actor's studio. And that was the end of the first year of the Nun. And it saved my life because I met Lee, and I would be doing the Flying Nun in the day and going to the actor's studio at night and doing things I wanted to do. And I was starting to find the place inside of me that mattered, which was to be an actor. And
when you're learning the Strasberg technique, this sounds silly, but could you bring that technique to the Flying Nun? There's no opportunity for it. In other words, you're not going to go somewhere and learn to be a nun and take that thing seriously.
No, but I was learning things there that you can't learn at the actor's studio. So I was learning,
getting comfortable on camera.
A whole lot of things, and sort of memorization exercises I would play with myself. And
because that's a hard
thing.
When you do the Flying Nun, and it's your show, really, you're the main character. I mean, you got to memorize tremendous amounts of dialogue, right? And you got to make it your own.
And I disliked it so much. It was such nonsense that I decided I wasn't going to read the scripts because they made me upset anyway. So I thought, well, what I'll do is I'll just walk on the set, look over the wonderful script supervisor's shoulder, and go da 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 da. Okay, ready? Let's do it.
Oh, really? You had no eye context. You had no idea what was going on.
Because it was my game to keep me alive. So at least I was alive, going, where's the line? Okay, I know what it is. And I would just see if I could just do it.
You're telling me on the Flying Nun you could isolate yourself and not know the whole storyline and just go in there and just do it verbatim, and that's it. And that becomes your salvation, because then you don't know how horrible it is.
Exactly.
Did you ever watch the Flying Nun when it was airing?
No.
Have you watched it since then?
No.
You will not watch it. Aren't you curious?
Where would I find it?
You would find it on the web. I mean, it's probably all you got to do is Google Flying Nun.
No, I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't?
Mm-mm.
Wow.
But I wouldn't watch anything of mine. It